Okay, good morning. This is me with my intention to apply for Slovenian naturalization as a part of my journey as a multimodal creative. I invested 4 years in learning the Hawaiian language and hikia oke olalo ika olalo Hawaii kia mau mahina. I can now speak Hawaiian and read Hawaiian and write in Hawaiian. And my intention is to also explore the Slovenian language because I'm also a part of the Slovenian diaspora. And part of the process is going to be applying for naturalization as a cultural practitioner. And I am going to watch a news clip that is very emotional for me. It was on Slovene national television, and sometimes things tend to disappear on the internet. And this is a way of me also attempting to archive this as well. So I'm going to press replay and see if we have any commercials to go through. Gratitude to all of the collaborators. So this is a commercial we have to sit through.
Nadaljujemo pa na odrskih deskah. Nisem nobena dama, sem posrečeno tisto, je zapisala borka zoper stereotipizirane družbene vloge Alma Karlin, tako imenovana Kolumbova hči, poliglotka in pisateljica. Plesno-gledališka predstava v Cankarjevem domu v središče postavlja delo te svetovne popotnice. Celjanka Alma Karlin je pred stoletjem kot prva ženska obšla svet. Namesto doma in družine je izbrala umetnost in raziskovanje sveta ter družbe.
She had the courage, no matter what her family said, what society said, what culture wanted of her. She followed her heart, she followed her dreams, she followed her intuition. And I find those qualities in myself, and in adventuring and exploring and developing material for the piece, I found myself searching for my own roots in my genetic history, which brought me back to my grandmother and grandfather that immigrated from Yugoslavia.
Ameriška umetnica Misa Kelly je predstavo soustvarila s soprogom, glasbenikom Stevenom Kellyjem in 3 plesavkami. Dramaturg Marjan Puševec se ni osredotočil na uprizarjanje življenja slovite pisateljice in popotnice, temveč na njena ključna eksistencialna stanja.
So I'd say that's a pretty big life accomplishment to be able to do that. And I feel a lot of gratitude and a lot of awe to think that I first got a degree in business economics, and then I switched and got a second degree in dance, and then I got an MFA, and then I graduated. After I graduated, I got some secondary education and enrolled in a local program that was called Women's Economic Ventures, which was an entrepreneurial course. I bought a NOLO book about how to start a nonprofit, because they didn't teach you that in college. And I worked with my friends Sarah Wingren and David Hunt to sort of chunk it out. And I had a little bit of feedback from my then partner and did it. I did the work and started a nonprofit. And my vision was to create an international collective, an international community. And it took 8 trials and errors before the community finally took. Because they don't teach you the manifestation of a dance company in college. My mentor at that time told me you don't want to know what it's like when you get out at CalArts. And another woman that I asked who had a major company in New York, and I asked her about the dream about starting a dance company, and she said, I would not advise it. It is too difficult. Only if you feel like you would die. If you didn't, I would not advise it. And I would say that holds true. It's an incredibly difficult path, especially for a mixed race individual who's in a female body. Back when I did it, it was still very much dominated by white males with a few female choreographers. And I'm not sure how it is today because I've been out of touch for the past couple years. But I feel incredibly grateful for all of the international collaborators And then my grandparents on the Yugoslavian side, now known as Slovenia, that they could immigrate to America and have a very hard life, that it was harder for them there than it was here, much, much harder. But it laid the foundation for the possibility for education. And both of my parents found a way to educate themselves and then let us know that we had to figure it out for ourselves as well. And I did it. I put myself through school, and I had this dream of launching a dance company, growing it to international status, and creating bridges of opportunities in between cities in California, which I was successful with the 3 Cities, 3 Choreographers project. And then I wanted to do it internationally, and that turned into 2 Cities, 2 Choreographers with the invitation of Sinan Temazov, and we went to Istanbul. And then with the ADAPT Festival, then it just became more and more international. And this Slovenian project was sort of the gem of my whole career. It was the highlight of my career. And then after that, I worked towards retiring from the dance company, retiring from the nonprofit that I had built, stepped away from all of that, and I shifted focus to the Hawaiian diaspora, because I'm a part of the Slovenian diaspora, but also the Hawaiian diaspora. And I invested 4 years in learning the Hawaiian language. And when I was in Slovenia, I thought I could retire here. And I just felt such a strong connection for the land. I am in Paris right now, heading back to California, and I am going to explore getting a Slovenian naturalization through as a cultural practitioner. And I'm not sure what the outcome will be, but that's one of the things that I am casting, because I would really like to learn the language. And having learned Hawaiian, not in a Hawaiian community, was really challenging. And I want to learn from the land, and I want to learn immersed in the beautiful voices of my many cousins that exist there. But I'm going to go ahead and start now. So that is my share for today.